So here we have Farmer Fred's garden, which consists of a bunch of different produce. And our first goal right here is to find the area of this cornfield right here. So this cornfield is this little shape right here. And if you think of it this way, the cornfield is part of a whole rectangle. If I were to complete this right here, this would be the rest of the rectangle for the cornfield, right? But my main goal is to find the area of the overall rectangle and subtract the portion that's not a part of the cornfield. So first I want to find the overall area, and as you know with rectangles, the area of a rectangle is length times width. So length times width. And my goal is to find the length and width of this cornfield. It doesn't matter which one is which because you'll be multiplying them together anyway. I see that I have an entire length of this cornfield down here, which is 6x minus 3. So we can call that our length. And the width will be the other dimension. Doesn't matter which side is which. So if you think of it this way, the cornfield is a part of the overall garden, right? If we look at the very end of the garden, we see that one side has 2x plus 1 and 3x. And on the other side, we have 2x and 2x plus 5. I don't think it really matters which one we use, because both of them should potentially be the same. I'm just going to use the left side right here. This is going to be my width of 2x plus 1, and then you add 3x to that. So my width is going to be 2x plus 1, and then you add the additional 3x. You see that there are two like terms here, the 2x's, 3x plus 2x. That'll give you 5x. So the width of the cornfield is going to be 5x plus 1. Okay. Now, keep in mind, this is going to be the area of the entire cornfield if we were to fill in this empty spot up here. We still need to omit this part right here. So we're going to go ahead and multiply. We have a equals the length, which is 6x minus 3. And then the width is 5x plus 1. Or it could have been this one right here. It's not going to give you the same answer, but the process should be very similar. So yeah, we would multiply these together, and we would multiply when you have two binomials, when you have two terms multiplied to each other, we would FOIL them. FOIL first, outers, inners, and last. So we would distribute it that way. 6x goes with 5x, and then with 1. And then negative 3 goes with 5x, and negative 3 goes with 1. So you multiply these. We do first. We have 6x times 5x. This is going to give you 30x squared. And then we have the outers. The 6x times 1 is going to be 6x. The inner terms, negative 3 times 5x is negative 15x. And finally, the last, negative 3 times 1 is negative 3. And we have two like terms in the middle. We have 6x minus 15x. You combine those at the very end. And that's going to give you a equals 30x squared minus 9x, because 6 minus 15 is negative 9, and minus 3. Now, this is the area of the big rectangle, the overall rectangle. It's not our final answer here. What we still got to do is we got to find out this little rectangle inside of it, and then we need to subtract it from this area right here. So I need to figure out what the dimensions of this is. Well, I see that one of the dimensions is going to be the width of the potato field, which is 2x units long. Okay, so we'll call that the width of this one. I should probably give them these different labels. I'll call these L1 and W1 for the big rectangle, and then for the I'll call this A1 as well. And then so A2 is going to be the smaller rectangle, the one we want to subtract. That's going to be L2, W2. So we can say that W2 is 2x. So W2, and again, it doesn't matter if it's length or width. It's going to be this. You're going to multiply them the same way, right? That's going to be 2x right there. All right. So now we want to consider what this portion is up here. This portion, this little length right here. This is going to be my L2. So right here, if you see that part of the cornfield is 2x plus 4 units long, and we know that the entire length is 6x minus 3 units long from originally. So to find L2, we would take the entire length, the 6x minus 3. So 6x minus 3. And then we subtract it by the other side, the portion of part of the cornfield that doesn't contain the little empty spot right here where the potatoes are, it's going to be minus 2x plus 4. Now, when it comes to this, you have to be careful when you subtract these because we have the negative sign in front of these two terms. The negative sign gets distributed to both of the terms in here. So when that happens, you'll have L2 equals 6x minus 3, and then you have negative 2x, and then negative 4. From here, you're going to combine like terms. You combine the x's and the constants together. So you have 6x minus 2x is 4x. And then negative 3 minus 4 is negative 7. So we have these right here. We have our width and we have our length. So now what we want to do is combine these together. So we want to multiply them. The A2 is going to be length times width. So we have 4x minus 7 times 2x. And then we have to distribute the 2x to both of the terms, multiply 2x to 4x and negative 7. So when you do that, A2 will give you 4x times 2x is 8x squared. And then negative 7 times 2x is negative 14x. So this is A2. And since we have both of the areas, the area of the whole entire rectangle, and then the area of the part that's not part of the cornfield in the rectangle, then we subtract. So we'll do A1, so cornfield is going to be A1 minus A2. You subtract the areas. So A1 is going to be all this. A1 is 30x squared minus 9x minus 3. And then you subtract A2, which is going to be the portion that's not part of the cornfield, which is 8x squared minus 14x. Don't forget to put these in parentheses. Just like before, we have a negative sign in front of this expression right here, so we need to distribute the negative to both of these terms. Essentially, just change the signs of both of those. So this will give you 30x squared minus 9x minus 3. And then the negatives get distributed to both of these. This becomes negative 8x squared. And then two negatives give you a positive 14x. And then finally, we combine all the like terms. You combine the x squareds, the x's, and there's only one constant here, so you don't need to worry about combining that with anything. So then we'll have 30x squared minus 8x squared is going to be 22x squared. And then we have negative 9x plus 14x, that's plus 5x. And then we'll have the lone negative 3 by itself. And this right here would be your final answer.